We call the ERRP a plan. It's not a plan. Never mind how many times we call it a plan. Doesn't make it a plan. It's not a plan. It's a vision. It's a perspective. Where do we want? It's a dream. Correct one. But you need to say, what are the practical steps to get there?
Speaking at the Strategic Dialogue Group AGM in December last year, former President Thabo Mbeki pulled no punches regarding his view that the Ramaphosa government does not have a plan to improve South Africa's economy. President Cyril Ramaphosa established the Economic Reconstruction and Recovery Plan in October 2020 as a post-COVID-19 reconstruction plan. Mbeki says efforts by business to contribute to a real plan through its July 2020 strategy and get government moving on has not happened.
There's been very detailed planning to realize these objectives that are in the ERRP. Why are we not then taking this business thing, discuss it as social partners, amend it, change it, whatever, and then we have a socioeconomic plan? Doesn't happen. Hasn't happened. I know of ministers, national ministers in our cabinet, who in the last 2 months say they've never seen this business strategy. It was submitted to government in July 2020. In August 2022, minister says, I've never heard of it. What is that?
But it seems that help is at hand. Earlier this week, during his cabinet reshuffle announcement, President Ramaphosa announced that he would be establishing a Ministry of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation within the presidency, headed by the ANC's second Deputy Secretary General, Cyril Ramaphosa. While some political parties have criticized the addition of ministers to cabinet and the costs involved, program manager at the Public Service Accountability Monitor, Zukiswa Kota, says the ministry is recognition by Ramaphosa of government's failings.
PME, as it is, has existed before and has, been close to the presidency. But the only difference is that, it has been bulked up in as far as, ministerial roles is concerned. So I think that is an important move to some extent, acknowledging the issues and the deficiencies that we've seen in this particular context. And the DPME, as it stands, I think it was last in 2015 when it was constituted as it is now. So it's not necessarily new, but perhaps again, it is going back to how things were to some extent.
The former statistician general says the unfortunate fact is that government focuses on inputs and not the impact these will make on the country's problems.
And this is the problem that I've been hammering on in terms of South African edifice of planning, that these things are not plans. They don't have impact indicators. They only inspire theft, because the president will give a litany of things that says, we'll spend so much. The Minister of Finance will elaborate. Now, people look at that red book of the Minister of Finance and say, what is my share in this 20 billion that will be spent? This is the problem. It is those billions that are talked about inspire theft, inspire corruption, inspire all kinds of things, because they are input measures. If the president said, we'll create 6 million jobs in this year, nobody would go and steal. There's nobody looking at stealing the jobs, no. So we got to focus on the impact, not on the inputs, because these inputs are useless. I mean, they really are just inputs. And in the hope that things will add up. And the longer the list and the bigger the numbers, people think that by some magic they'll add up. They haven't for all these years.
Lehotla says that South Africa needs to develop the tools to draw up proper plans, ones that can project the outcomes of various policy choices government can take. The new minister, Cyril Ramaphosa, was sworn in on Tuesday. In tandem with heading her portfolio, she will also be chairing the National Planning Commission that has been in existence since 2010. Natasha Peter, SABC News, Johannesburg.